Here we go again. Thanks for coming back. Last video we were talking about comparatives. So we learned how to use more intelligent than, less intelligent than, which are the longer adjectives. Or we learned to use also the shorter version, which is, for example, John is tall, but Abbott is taller than John. And in this case, Paul is taller than Abbott, and he's also taller than John. So what happens when we're comparing more than two items? We're going to use superlatives. Okay? It's going to be shorter, and it's going to be a very simple way to compare multiple items at once. Okay. How do we solve this problem? We're going to use superlatives to compare the three of them at once. Now, again, for short adjectives, we have this formula. We use the adjective and then we use the ending est. So in this group, John is the shortest. And this saves us from saying that John is shorter than Abbott and shorter than Paul, which means that he's shorter than everybody in the group. So John is just the shortest. Problem solved. Same thing. Paul is the tallest, because Paul is taller than Abbott and he's also taller than John, hence he's taller than everybody. So when we say that Paul is the tallest, we're saying that he's the tallest person in the group. Okay? Now, let's say that Paul is also a runner, a sprinter, so he runs very fast. Okay? And he runs faster. I'm going to write it here. So the adjective is fast. He runs faster than Abbott and faster than John. So we can safely say that Paul is the fastest in the group. All right? But let's say that Paul is really dull, he doesn't have a good personality, and then Abbott, well, sometimes he's funny, sometimes he's not. But let's say that John is a very nice guy, and he's nicer than Abbott and nicer than Paul. We could say that John is the nicest. Way to go, John. Okay? Now we're going to do the same thing with long adjectives. Now we're going to talk about real estate. Oh, I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about long adjectives. In this case, the adjective we're going to use, of course, since we're talking about money, is expensive. So our word is going to be expensive. Let's make a small comparative. We can say that this house is more expensive than this house. Sorry about the drawings, actually. Okay. And we can also say that this building is more expensive than this house. If we want to compare the three items at once, we can say this. The building is the most expensive. And the house is the least expensive. Of course, this is open for multiple comparisons. We can compare this and this, we can compare this and this, we can compare this and this, and in that case we just use comparatives. But I'm going to insist on this idea, when comparing more than two items at once, we're going to use this formula. We talk about the most expensive item, right on, and then we talk about the least expensive item from the group. Okay? So this is how we do it. Before I forget, we have two irregular adjectives that we might as well discuss now. When we use good or bad, we don't say gooder than or badder than. That's just wrong, okay? So in this case, when we want to compare two things, we just say better. For example, oh, you have a car. My car is better, you see? Just kidding, I don't even have a car. I just use the subway. Now, when we're comparing more than two items, we're going to say simply the best. Okay? Same thing happens with bad. When something is more bad than other thing, we don't do that, okay? That's wrong as well. We just say worse. For example, okay, I have a phone and my phone is worse than your phone, okay? Because it's never good and it doesn't even have a good signal. And when we talk about the superlative, we're going to use the term the worst. For example, the worst day of your life. Many of you are thinking about that right now, and it probably happened in high school, right? Okay, so when we use good or bad, we have comparatives, better and worse, and the superlatives are the best and the worst. Let's take a look at what we have learned today. All right? So, when using short adjectives, we use the adjective and then we use the ending est. Example, Usain Bolt is the fastest man alive. Or the Everest is the highest mountain in the world. When we say highest, it means that it's higher than this mountain, higher than that mountain, higher than that mountain and the mountain over there. So we're making a multiple comparison at once, okay? Same thing here. When we say that this man is the fastest man alive, we're saying that he's faster than you, faster than me, faster than the guy sitting over there, faster than everyone, okay? So this is a very good way to save breath. Now, when we use long adjectives, we use the most and the least, plus the adjective. For example, she's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Of course, I'm talking about my wife. And that's all the time we have for today. On behalf of everyone here at Smooth Talkers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.